What's up, everyone? How are you guys doing? It's me, Drew from Fit to Fat to Fit, and I wanted to do a quick little live to tell you guys a little bit of a story about going through hard times and how positive things can come out of those hard times. So this is a live that I'm doing that I don't think I've ever told this story. This is a story that very few people know about me. So if you were able to watch, please tune in. It'll be about 5 minutes long, and then I promise you I'll let you get back to your night. So this is a story that has to do with back in 2008, before Fit to Fat to Fit, because most people know me as the Fit to Fat to Fit guy. That's where I kind of made a name for myself, and that happened in 2011. But before that, a lot of you guys don't know who Drew was pre-Fit to Fat to Fit. So I'm going to tell you guys a story. So if you have 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, I think this story is really, really important to listen to and learn from for all of us. So pre-Fit to Fat to Fit, back in 2008, the recession, right? I had a job as a financial analyst working for Chrysler. So if you guys know the car company, I was working for Chrysler. I was a financial analyst before I did Fit to Fat to Fit, before I got into the fitness industry. And so I was a financial analyst for about 3 years, working for Chrysler from 2006 to 2008, around that time frame. And then the recession hit, and I took a buyout package because the U.S. auto industry totally tanked and went bankrupt. And so I took a buyout package. Me and my ex-wife Lynn, we moved to Utah, and I moved to Utah looking for another financial analyst job. And like I said, a lot of people don't know, my history, my background before Fit to Fat to Fit. So I was looking for a job, but there was no jobs available. You guys, for 8 months, I was looking for a financial analyst job and could not find a job to save my life. And so what did I do? Because I couldn't get a job in the finance industry, I decided to adjust and adapt and pivot a little bit, and I actually got certified as a personal trainer in 2009. I became certified as a trainer because I was always passionate about health and fitness. I grew up in a family of 11 brothers and sisters. I played football and wrestling from a very young age, and so I was always active. I was always fit. I was always in shape. But I never experienced what it was like to be overweight. And so that's where the idea of Fit to Fat to Fit came from. It came from me being a trainer, like most trainers are, never being overweight a day in my life, and then trying to train people who had been overweight the majority of their lives, and there was a disconnect between them and me. And so I decided to do something radical, something kind of crazy. I decided to become certified as a personal trainer. I remember this story. I remember I got certified through NASM. And then I started taking on clients, and I charge people $25 per hour, you guys. $25 per hour. I put ads on Craigslist, and I started getting a few clients here and there. And it was something I was passionate about, something I love to do. But that's where the idea of Fit to Fat to Fit came from, because some of my clients told me that I didn't understand what it was like to be overweight. And they were right. I didn't understand. How could someone that's never been overweight a day in their life understand the mental and emotional struggles that people go through when it comes to, transforming your body and transforming your mind? A lot of people don't know that. So for me, I decided to do Fit to Fat to Fit. And to make a long story short, like I said, this is only going to be 5 minutes long. I decided to do Fit to Fat to Fit. Now, an interesting twist is I actually didn't become a trainer full-time. I was a trainer part-time. So I actually got a full-time job in the medical field, which is a complete 180 of what I was doing before in finance. I went to the medical field as a neuro monitoring technician. How many of you guys know what a neuro monitoring technician is? Anyone? Does anyone know what a neuro monitoring technician is? I bet no one here knows what a neuro monitoring technician is. So I became a neuro monitoring technician, went from finance to becoming a personal trainer, and then going into the medical field, and then doing personal training part-time. And then from there, the idea of Fit to Fat to Fit came about in 2011, so a couple years later. And the reason I share this story, you guys, it's not a brain monitor. It's similar, Brianna. Okay, people want to know what a neuromonitoring technician is. A neuromonitoring technician monitors the nervous system of patients that go in for back or neck surgery. So we monitor the nerves because the doctor's operating around the spinal cord, and can cause damage sometimes. So we monitor the nervous system of patients that would go in for back or neck surgery. So anyways, Fit to Fat to Fit came from the recession. The idea came from a situation where I was forced to think outside the box. What is something I'm passionate about? I can't get a job in the fitness industry, the finance industry. I couldn't get a financial analyst job. I applied and interviewed for 8 months straight and decided to become certified as a personal trainer. And because of my experience of never being overweight, I came up with the idea for Fit to Fat to Fit. And so if you look at the history of a lot of big companies, Uber, Airbnb, and companies like that were born during a time of recession where most people are focused on the negativity of the situation, how bad the situation sucks. And it's really hard to break out of that mindset. And so for me, I was definitely devastated when I couldn't get a job. I had a wife and baby to support. And I did what I had to do. But what I'm trying to show you guys is that good things can come out of bad situations. And it's up to us to look for those good things, right? It's not like it magically came. It's not like someone said, "Hey, Drew, here's this Fit to Fat to Fit idea. I think you should do it." I had to be in a situation where I was forced to be creative. And so I promise you, I bet that during this time that we're all going through with the coronavirus pandemic and being on lockdown and quarantine, a lot of creative, unique business ideas will come from this time. I'm hoping that happens to me, and I hope it happens to you guys. I don't know what I'm going to come up with, but I have some ideas. But anyways, I want to show you guys that good things can come out of bad situations, no matter what. So I know that it's so easy to focus on the negativity. There's people out there that are saying, that are obviously devastated because their families are dying and people are dying. And there's people out there that don't have jobs, that can't go to work. And so what are they supposed to do? And I totally understand the frustration, the anger, the confusion, the fear that people are experiencing and feeling. But the cool thing is that I get to connect with you guys during this time, so I don't have to go through this alone. And so it was really interesting thinking about this time and remembering in 2008. Do you guys remember how bad 2008 was? Do you guys remember? I don't know how old most of you are, but I'm assuming most of you guys remember 2008. That was 12 years ago, but those were scary times too. Those were really bad times. And so I was thinking about that situation. I'm like, oh my gosh, this idea that is 10 years now, coming up on 10 years for Fit to Fat to Fit, has become a successful brand. This idea came from this time of recession. So don't be too distraught. Don't be too down on yourself or focus on the negativity. Just know that good things can come out of bad situations if you try and stay positive, try and stay focused, and allow yourself some time to be alone with your thoughts. So yes, Tiger King is very entertaining. I'm watching it right now, but I don't want to give all my time to mindless entertainment because it takes away from my creativity. So make sure to go on a walk out in nature, meditate, journal. Just be alone, go for a drive, right? Be alone with your thoughts, right? No music, nothing, just kind of be alone with your thoughts and things will come to you. And that's what I've learned over the years. So I'm not freaking out too much about the situation we're all in. I do believe things will get better. So stay positive, you guys. I appreciate you all. Let me answer some of your guys' questions because, let's see, there are some questions here. Why are your tattoos on the other side? Because it's called FaceTime, so it's a mirror. So it's not like I can just take my tattoos off and put them on the other side. But anyways, hopefully this was helpful to any of you. If it was, feel free to share it with anyone. I'm just kind of trying to share my thoughts as I'm thinking about the situation a lot of us are in. And what are some positive things that I can think about from my past, my history, that all of us can pull from this time to hopefully, come out of this, on the positive side of things. And I know it's hard. It's super easy to get sucked into the emotions. If you turn on the news, guess what? Negativity, fear, anxiety, worry, all kinds of stuff, right? But spend some time alone. That's what I recommend. Spend some time alone with your thoughts. Meditate, journal, go for a walk, be out in nature a little bit. These are some things you can do to hopefully have some thoughts come to you, some creative thoughts of how you can better your world, your situation. So anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate you all for listening. Just want to do a quick little Facebook Live and Instagram Live for you all to hopefully provide some positivity in this world, because let's face it, we all need more positivity. But much love to you all, much appreciation. Stay positive, stay safe, and we'll get through this thing together. See you guys.